Hey there, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes? It is FPL Talk, part 45, prepped in advance of 8:45 on the Saturday when I tend to do my wonderful podcasts and talks with you guys. This is part 45, and it's all game week 31 orientated. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great week and an up and coming early morning, Saturday morning, isn't it really? Rest of the weekend. So without further ado, let me share my screen and get you guys seeing what I can see, of course. Let's make this happen. Here we go, straight in. So as you guys are aware, we had game week 31 gone, didn't we really? It was finished last weekend. Fun in the sun for me, fun for other people as well. I know, and I say that from experience because I wildcarded as well, people, as you can see. Let's have a quick look at the results. I'll whiz quickly past the team. Arsenal, Everton, bit disappointed in that 1-1 draw. Thought Arsenal might win, even though Everton have been doing well of recent. Ndiaye scored and Trossard for Arsenal, Harrison assist and Sterling assist. Also, bonus points then went Ndiaye got the 3, Trossard got the 2, and Harrison got the 1. However, Arsenal won in the Champions League. Incredible performance against a bit of an average, perhaps a bit of arrogance for Real Madrid in the Champions League midweek. But there we go, Arsenal winning against the Champions League, but drawing against Everton. Then we had Crystal Palace. And by the way, that was a big, potentially significant draw as well, because as you see further down, Liverpool lost. So Crystal Palace, they beat Brighton. Great news. I brought in Mateta. I'll show you guys in a minute. Mateta scored. Munoz scored. Welbeck got the goal for Brighton and a 2-1 win for Crystal Palace at home. So that's part Eze getting the 2 assists and Minter getting the 1. Was it a mistake bringing in Sarr rather than Eze? Who knows? 2-1. And that one. Bonus points, by the way, went 2 to Mateta, 1 to Eze, and 3 to Welbeck. Doing well, Welbeck, after his injury coming back. Ipswich losing 2-1 to Wolves. Big game. Ipswich, I think, being relegated as a result of that. Shame, but Delap's probably going to leave. And ironically, he's the man who got the goal for Ipswich. Delap getting the goal, O'Shea getting the assist, Sarabia getting the goal for Wolves, Strand Larsen getting the goal as well, and another assist for Sarabia. Did well, Sarabia, in that game, goal and assist. 3 bonus points naturally to him then, 1 to Strand Larsen and 2 to Delap. Interesting to see where he goes in the summer if he leaves Ipswich, very likely. United touted as an option, really. Will he go back to City? I don't think so. Haaland is there, isn't he, really? Liverpool, probably not. Chelsea, maybe. Better than Nicholas Jackson. Don't know. I had Nicholas Jackson at the start of the season. He did quite well. West Ham versus Bournemouth, 2-2 draw. Bowen getting the goal. Evan Nielsen getting 2. I've been keeping an eye on Evan Nielsen. He is on my watch list. Fulkrug getting the goal also as well to make it 2-2. Kudus getting the assist. Prowse assist for West Ham. Semenyo and Huijsen getting the assist for Bournemouth. Bonus points went 2 to Fulkrug, 3 to Evan Nielsen, and I think that's 1 to Semenyo. But it's very, very sunny in this room, so it's hard to tell, like a sauna inside this wonderful conservatory inside. 2-2 drawing that game, and then the final game of the Saturday was Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest, 2-1 win. Rodgers getting the goal and Marlon Matson getting the assist and Tillemans for them. Jota Silva getting the goal for Nottingham Forest with a assist by Nico Williams, which is good. Nico Williams, because I have Nico Williams and I started him as well. Marlon 3, 2 Rodgers, bonus points and 1 to Tillemans. Good game that was as well. But Nottingham Forest, a bit surprised. I thought they'd get a draw at that one, thought they'd do a bit better. Sunday, then we hit Brentford versus Chelsea, 0-0 draw in this game. 2 sides going against it, really trying to get points. Ended up being a no-score draw. Bonus points ended up going to the defence side of things. So Flecken got 2, 1 to Collins, 3 to James. I did have Palmer previously and Colwell. Colwell would have done me well in that game, but I kicked him out this game week because of the wildcard being played. Fulham, Liverpool, the shock of the weekend, the shock of the game week, shock for quite a while actually as well. I know Liverpool have been a bit iffy recently, but to lose, surprise, Iwobi got the goal. Muniz and Sessegnon goals for Fulham with an Iwobi assist, and Liverpool a goal for Diaz and McAllister. Bradley and Graham Birch with the assist for Liverpool. 3-2 loss. Iwobi getting 3 bonus points, Muniz getting 1, and McAllister getting 2. Shock that one. Had Arsenal have won in the previous game on the Saturday, the first game kickoff that weekend, had Arsenal got a result that might put a teeny weeny bit of pressure on Liverpool, It didn't. They lost, and Arsenal only gained the point on them, so not great. Spurs and Southampton 3-1 win, really good win for Spurs, but let's be honest, not a surprise. Everyone's beaten Southampton this season. Johnson getting 2, Tell getting 1, Johnson getting the assist, Maddison getting an assist, and Spence getting an assist. Fernandes getting a goal, and Kamal Dean getting the assist for Southampton. We got 3 bonus points for Johnson, 1 for Maddison, and 2 for Fernandes over at Southampton. Man United and City, probably one of the dullest games of the season. Nothing really happening, nothing really going on. Both teams seem to be happy getting a 0-0 draw. Bonus points then went Onana 3, Mazraoui got 1, and Gvardiol got 3. And very finally, the final game of the game week, 3-0 win for Newcastle. And I thought, wow, 3-0 win, not a single goal, assist, anything really for Isak, everyone other than him, and a player that I benched. Jacob Murphy getting 2, Barnes getting 1, Gillinton getting an assist, Liverminter getting an assist, and Shah getting an assist in that game as well. Murphy getting 3 bonus points, Liverminter getting 2, and Shah getting 1. So 3-0 win for Newcastle over Leicester's ground. So the effect is, ladies and gents, I'm not a happy bunny after that game week. I'm not. I made a big wild card. I thought, wow, I've got players that are prepping. They're going to do well this game week. They're going to do well for the next few game weeks. And I hit 33. Pathetic, considering I like to beat the average every week. 34, considering I had players on the bench that killed my game week score. So Raya getting 2, very disappointed they didn't get a clean sheet, but hey ho, it's Arsenal. Nico Williams getting an assist, so thankfully got 4. Burn getting a clean sheet, which is good for 6. Kanata getting 1 very poor performance against Fulham and pulled as well early on in that game as well. 66, say early, just pulled from off the team, not ideal. Mo Salah getting 4, very disappointed again. Captaincy, is he someone to change now going forwards? No longer the permanent captain for the season. I will tell you factually, this game week, I have him off the captaincy. Makes sense. Rashford disappointed, he didn't play it more minutes. He only wanted to get the end 28, really disappointed with that. Should have got more. Ismail Sarr getting 2. Saka, I thought you'd play a little bit more than 45, but we'll take 45. It's a point. Isak disappointed that he didn't get on the score sheet or even the assists. He got a 2 in the end. Marmoush didn't do great this game. He got a 2. And Mateta did. He got the goal and bonus points are really good. The disappointing factor, first and foremost, Areola. That's fine. He got 2. But then right on the bench after him, my first sub, Jacob Murphy, ripping it up this game week with 16. The game week gone. Oh, why did I bench him for Rashford? Don't know. Don't know. Lecrow got me 2. He's a potential injury worry, but I think he's okay from what I hear reports-wise. And Ruben, again, I thought maybe there might be a goals in that game against Man United. It ended up being a 0-0 draw. So if I was to swap people in hindsight, Konate would have swapped for Ruben. And Murphy would have definitely come in for Rashford. So, game week-wise, that is a pathetically poor, unhappy 31. We have game week 32 coming up this game week, and we have a double game week, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't already know, we have a double game week 32. And there's lots going on. I'm hoping this game week I can make up for the fact that I made all those changes. I brought those wildcard players in because Raya plays against Brentford. He is at home against them. Hopefully that's a clean sheet, especially after Arsenal do really well against Real Madrid midweek. I'm hoping the confidence is back. Defensively look good. Kiwior look really good as well. In for Gabriel. Nico Williams has got Everton. Fingers crossed again. They can get back to being solid in defence, but Nico Williams has done quite well. He got an assist, even though Nottingham Forest conceded 2 against Villa. Burn has got a double game week straight in natural. He's got Man United and Crystal Palace, both home games, fingers crossed. Lecrow, not entirely confident as much maybe in Crystal Palace, but they are solid normally. They got City away, tricky game. Newcastle away, tricky game, but it's a double game week, so you play them anyway. Jacob Murphy, I'm looking forward to seeing how he does against Man United and Crystal Palace. Really good player so far. Probably the best winger. People would argue Gordon. I'm not so sure. I think Jacob Murphy's not only the most improved, but I also think he's done really, really well on the wings. He's got Crystal Palace at home for Newcastle. Ismail Sarr, hopefully he pays back the idea that I brought him in rather than Eze. I was toying between the 2. Rashford again. I'm still thinking maybe I might get rid of Rashford and bring in Rodgers. Will he play? If he does, they've got Southampton. It's a pretty good fixture for any team player. Might stick with Rashford though. Ismail Sarr's obviously got Man City and Newcastle away, so fingers crossed he pays me back. Mo Salah naturally, and I'm hoping he starts getting back into form again. He hasn't done well in the last few game weeks. He's got West Ham at home, so a good fixture for him to get some points, hopefully. He is, as you can see, off the captaincy. I've moved on to the next man, which is Isak. He's got Man United and Crystal Palace at home. He has had points in both of those reverse fixtures earlier on in this season, so I'm hoping that he does well. So 2 home games for Isak for Newcastle. Mamouche's got Crystal Palace, so again, tricky fixture, but it's him or it's, the choice really essentially is Mamouche in, or do I start Saka, who's potentially injured? No. The answer is Mamouche stays in the team. He's got Crystal Palace at home. Mateta then has Man City and Newcastle away. He's vice-captain, purely on the fact that he's got a double fixture. So, and he scored, obviously, in the last game week, so I'm hoping his form will continue. So there you go. That's the team so far. The bench is very simple. It's Areola against Liverpool. It's Saka against Brentford. It's Konate against West Ham. And it's Ruben Diaz versus Crystal Palace. Now, one option I've read a lot about is potential triple captain. Bench boosts, lots of things doing this week. My personal preference is no. I brought in this players in the double fixture because I wanted maximum amount of double players for the fixtures, really, in general. There is another double game week coming up soon where Arsenal have better fixtures. Also, the question mark against Bukayo Saka. And even on top of that, Lecro, my 2 players have got flags. If for whatever reason they don't play, Saka, don't forget, has a reverse fixture against Real Madrid, the Champions League match over the Bernabeu. So the chances of him playing a full 90 minutes is likely 60, potentially unlikely as well. So, and the injury on top of that means he might play even less. So the risk of bench boosting and getting 1.0 points from him is not worth it. There are other alternative options in terms of going on. There'll be another double game week potentially. There is a double game week coming up as well for a triple captaincy for Saka, who has Ipswich and Villa. So that maybe is a good, better game week to triple captain. So I personally think that the triple captain is either in the next 1 or 2 game weeks when Arsenal have slightly better fixtures and 2 games in that week. Although Isak is very tempting, by the way. Or maybe the sort of bench boost. There is another potential double game week coming up down the line as well, so I might target that as being the bench boost option when all my players are 100% fit. The free hit is very simple. When there's going to be a game week that's got the worst amount of fixtures in terms of my players being unavailable or not playing that game week, that will be the game week that I stick my free hit in. So simply put, I didn't say I was going to play it by ear. I'm very much keeping an eye on the fixtures. This game week, the wild card has been played. I've brought in a lot of players from both Crystal Palace. I've brought in a lot of players also from Newcastle. I've brought in players from City. I've brought in players from Arsenal. And I've brought in players also from Villa, as you can see. So I'm almost getting prepped. Nico Williams is a potential out and then in for a Villa player, if I like the idea of doing that for a few game weeks' time when Villa have a double game week, but we will see. I'm very much keeping an eye on those as options. The fixtures for the game week 32 coming up is City versus Crystal Palace. That's one of the 2. Brighton have Leicester, Nottingham Forest have Everton. Could be a good game, that one. I think if Man City versus Crystal Palace might be a decent game as well. Southampton Villa, nice and easy for Aston Villa, in my opinion. Arsenal Brentford could be a 0-0 draw, that one, even though it's Arsenal. They're in 4. Crystal Palace versus Crystal Palace. Chelsea versus Ipswich, good win for Chelsea. I think that's going to be Liverpool, West Ham. I can see Liverpool getting a win in that game as well. Spurs versus Wolves, tricky game. Could see a draw. Newcastle, Man United, Newcastle win just about in that one. Bournemouth, by the way, that's one of 2. Newcastle, Bournemouth and Fulham. It's going to be a decent game as well. Fulham beating Liverpool. They'll have the tails up. Bournemouth are a bit up and down, but they're at home, so that could easily be a draw. And then we have the second fixture for Newcastle and Crystal Palace against each other on Wednesday. This game, so don't forget, we do have technically midweek games, but they are all part of the 32 double game week. So City, Crystal Palace have a double game week, and Newcastle. So you needed to really double up on your players or tripled up on your players if you haven't already. Getting Newcastle, getting Crystal Palace assets, and hope that they have a decent draw, especially if you have defenders. But in general, looking forward to this game week. I don't have any chips playing on this particular one. I obviously have played my wild card in advance to bring in players. For the double game weeks and the second double game week and the third potential double game week really that's coming up as well. So I've got a lot of Crystal Palace, I've got a lot of Newcastle, I've got Arsenal's, I've got Villa inside. There's lots of, a couple of Man City players thrown in the mix as well, but keeping the Salah and keeping, as it stands, Raya in goal for me as well, and Konate, who may well go out and in as well. I'm looking at ins and outs, so transfer out, transfer in. Nico Williams is one of those players that I'm looking at maybe getting out for a Villa player. Konate is another player I'm looking to maybe get out and bring in for another player. The reasoning being both of those players are only in 0.1 million more than I can afford, so that's not too bad to bring him back. But my eyes are very much on potential Cole Palmer down the line to see how he does. Really quickly before we finish off, the risers this game week is Jacob Murphy after his fantastic performance in the previous game week. He's gone up to 5.2 and Dubravka has gone down to 4.1. That's just today's price change. Obviously, things have happened, big price changes straight after the wild card as well. Predictions for tonight, change-wise, it's Mateta going up, potentially Guardiola going up, potentially Bowen going down to 7.6, Clivert potentially going down, but he's injured, Better going down, Risa going down, Danga going down, he's not even playing much, Foden going down, Berg, Justin going down from Leicester, Bellet Kotchuk going down, he'd be good, 3.8 potential starter, Howard Bellis going down, potentially Calvert-Lewin, Okoli's going down, potentially Gordon, but he's injured for Newcastle, potentially going down. And then we've got Anderson, would be nice at 4.1. Kwanzaa going down as well. In terms of very soon, Eze going up, potentially Isak going up, Allison going down, Bukayo Samare going down, Emerson and Wood from Southampton. So there you go. Do keep an eye on the fixtures. As you guys can see, this is a slightly earlier than planned podcast video live stream. Don't worry for those people that plan to tune in at 8:45. I will stick this video up on YouTube and on X, where I will post the information regarding the stream itself being available. My X obviously is at AJ1985p. As you can see on the screen, also YouTube is there as well. That is very much what I'm going to be showing and doing in general. So, as you can see, ladies and gents, brilliant team. I will stick it back on there again so you can see what I was doing. I'm not sure if it disappeared or what happened there, but hopefully you can see that again. So there you go. That is the team for this game week. Raya in goal, Nico Williams, Byrne and Lacroix in defence, Jacob Murphy, Ismail Assar, Rashford and Mo Salah, Isak, Mamouche and Mateta. Up front for me, I've got Areola, Saka, Konate and Ruben there as well. Previous points just to show you as well in case you didn't see that something happened. It's a weird thing going on with Restream at the moment. It starts doing odd things. Raya, obviously you can see in goal, got me 2, Williams got me 4, Byrne got me 6, Konate got me 1, Mo Salah got me 4, Rashford 1, Sarr got me 2, Saka got me 1, Isak, Mamouche and Mateta. And then, as you can see, that thing that pains me even now is the 16-pointer on the bench from Jacob Murphy and even the 5 from Ruben Diaz. So yeah, that did pain me. My team right this second is, as you can see there, that's pretty much as I'm going to be playing this game week. Lots of doubles, as you can see, with Byrne, Lacroix, Murphy, Sarr, Isak and Mateta all in there ready to double game week for me and hopefully get me good points. Isak down here being the captain this game week, vice captain and moved to Mateta, so obviously Salah's off. Hoping Salah comes good in the next few games and matches, because right this second he's a bit of a takes up a lot of money, brilliant player, been sensational but off the ball a little bit recently in my opinion. So there you go, that's the bits that you can see there. Price change also as well, and the price predictor which I mentioned a moment ago with players going up and down in price. These are all predictions obviously. So let me know, ladies and gents, boys and girls, what your plans are for this wonderful game week 32 coming up. Don't forget the cutoff point is 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. I won't be doing a live stream. This is that stream for tomorrow. Come early, but I'll put it on X as I said before, and I'll stick it on YouTube, of course, as well, so you guys can see everything that's going on. But yeah, there's the team. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I've made some changes. I mean, obviously, I'm thinking Rashford, do I waste a transfer? Is it deemed to be a waste if you bring out Rashford and put on Rodgers instead? He just seems to be a bit more informed, doesn't he, really? On top of that, I'm also thinking perhaps kick out Konate and Nico Williams, bring in a Villa player for that game week as well. More likely Nico Williams out and bring in a Villa player. Is it worth it? And I mention that because the game week after, 34, I think it is, yeah. Is it 34? 33. Yeah, 33. So I say 33 itself has a double game week, doesn't it, really? Newcastle and City away. Is it worth kicking out Nottingham Forest player who has, who the Forest have? They have Spurs away. Maybe I can see Forest potentially conceding against Spurs. But then again, I can also see Aston Villa losing against Newcastle at home and away. So Decisions. So those are my thought processes right this second. What you guys think? Let me know about your team. Do you have a lot of double game week players this game week? Are you captaining Isak? You probably are. Let's be honest. What do you think? Do you have a similar team to me? A lot of you might have Munoz because he's more of a goal scoring defender. Perhaps you've got Livramento, in your team rather than Burn. Murphy and Isak to me are the go-to attackers for Newcastle. Mateta and probably in hindsight, Eze, it might be the attackers for Crystal Palace, but going off stats form, XG, Sarr is a good shout as well. And hopefully he turns it on against Man City and Newcastle. Defence-wise, I've just got Lacroix for coverage. I did want Chris Richards, but he's injured, so he's out. Wasn't a choice, really. Wasn't an option. I went safe rather than unsafe. And then obviously the rest of the team plays around. Rashford is the big question. What do you guys think? Out? In? Rodgers in? Is it worth that change? Do you think Rodgers will play even? Because don't forget, he had that game against PSG, played the full time, did the whole match pretty much, scored as well on form. But then again, Rashford's one of these fire players, isn't he, really? Any minute he could just take off and that's it. Goal, assist, goal. You could get anything from him. I know it's wishful thinking, but is it? I don't know. Is it worth making that change? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, I'm on X, as you guys know. Of course, you know. AJ1985p. I'm also on YouTube, which is where I put this video afterwards. AJ Hardy 85. Twitch, of course, as well. A_J_P_8_5. Ladies and gents, as you know, subscribe, like, and follow, and we could be special friends. Let your friends, family, and any strangers know that I do podcasting for FPL, and it's FPL Talk. And this is part 45, done a little bit earlier, and I will stick it on the wonderful socials for tomorrow. I'll plan it so it releases at 8:45 tomorrow morning at the time that I would otherwise do the live stream, and hopefully you guys get people to tune in. Otherwise, I will see you sensational people next weekend at 8:45. I might again do another pre-recorded just because of logistics. It's become a bit tricky to do a live stream now, but I'll stick these videos up at 8:45, make you feel like you're watching it live anyway. See you guys next Saturday 8:45 in some form with a video available, looking at how I got on this double game week. Let me know, obviously, in the comments how you get on. Let me know in the live chat what you think, and let your friends and family know that I do a fantastic course. I do FPL Talk. This is part 45. I'll see you sensational people next game week when we'll talk 32. Take care of yourselves. Hope you have a great